Hello everyone, let me know if you can hear me and see me. I think we are live. This actually, yes, okay, you're joining. Hi guys. Hello everyone. This is the first time I'm doing live from my iPhone. So this is a new challenge again. So many challenges lately I gave myself. But, hi guys, let me see. You're joining, okay, good. How is the sound? Let me know how is the sound and how is the video, because this will be special life for me for many reasons, you know, and I want to make sure, oh, it's good, and I want to make sure that everything is fine. I will be sitting here for a moment and then we will be walking a little bit because I'm not sure how, oh, there's more people. I'm not sure how the camera is working. Let me see. Yeah, so I cannot actually, I would like to like turn the camera around so you could see me and what I'm seeing, but anyway, welcome from Moscow, everyone. It happened again. Dobre utro. That's right. So, hi Zorro. So what I would like to start with today, guys, and this will be in the very beginning of this live because I know some people might be watching this later on, and usually people have this short attention thing going, so they don't stay all the way to the end. So today we have June 1st, and you know, June 1st is the International Children's Day, right? So guess what? I actually kept this quiet for a few days. I have published my third book for children, and this book is very, very special book. The link you have, the only link that you actually see down below this live is to order this book, because this book means a lot. And I tell you, before I get into the news and before I tell you about my trip to Russia and how was the entrance and all of it, but you know, you have to remember I'm also a creator and I write books, and I kind of abandoned that for the last year, over a year, more than that. And I want to go back to that art. And that book came out just a few days ago. It's about number 3 book, by the way, because I have 5 books in this series. This is number 3. It's about a little girl. She's 5 years old. Her name is Matilda, and her best friend is a dog. It's a beagle, used to be my dog. His name is Odo, and they are time travelers. They travel in time and they meet the greatest man in history with help of Blue Jay Bird, and his name is Henry, through the meditation state. They travel in time, and Matilda is very curious girl. She's also very fashionable girl, and she has one very, very important question to ask those people, and that is, what is the most important thing in life? And through those meditations, they go on 5 journeys. 2 journeys have been already published. You can find them on my website as well, if you're interested. And this one is a very special one, because this one is in France, in Provence, and they are meeting with Vincent van Gogh. And why this is extra special? Well, few reasons. First of all, because now they are trying to destroy the art. So I don't know what's the word really to use. Without any mercy, without any consideration of what it brings to us. And Vincent van Gogh was one of my favorite painters, not because he became famous after his death and his paintings are very well known and very expensive. No, not because of this. He was very special, is very special for me, because throughout most of his life, he was dealing with depression. And I know his story rather well. I studied his life through many books and documents and went to many museums, of course, the one in Amsterdam as well. So I kind of know his life story as much as it has been reported. And this book gives you the answer to what is the most important thing in life from Vincent van Gogh, in my opinion. So if you are interested, if you have children, if you would like to bring them some different books that are not woke, that are not rainbow, twisted rainbow, by the way, because rainbow itself, it's a good symbol. If you want something deeper, something more thought-provoking, something that inspires children to think, to ask questions, to travel the world, to love animals, and yes, to meditate as well, and to have curiosity, check out my book. Because that is my work. I don't sell any products. I don't have any t-shirts, any hoodies, any mugs. None of those things which most of the YouTube creators, regardless of the topics they talk about, provide. I don't sell any seminars or workshops. What I sell are my books. And it would mean the world to me if you at least check it out. You can see the link to the paperback is below the video. The ebook will be available soon. It's not expensive, but it's also not big. So I just want to give you heads up with that because it's a very thin book. Not long at all, but I think for the illustration, for the story, for the message, and for, you know, honoring Van Gogh's life and work in a different way without destroying it, but contributing to his heritage, I think this book will bring some value. So today, on the 1st of June, International Children's Day, I give you this book, guys, you know, and one day I believe it will be translated into Russian. Fingers crossed. All my books will be, I always believe in this. When I find the publisher here and I can do that, I will absolutely do it. For now, it's just in English, but it's a very easy language, not complicated. And, you know, my English is not that elaborate. So that helps to communicate with children. That's what I will have for you. The book is $3.90, I think 95. Sorry, the $9.50 is the paperback, so below $10. And then you have the ebook will be coming soon, will be below $4, so like $3.95, $3.90, something like that. And if you are interested how much money I will be making, because I'm raw and honest with everything, with the percentage they take for the print and publishing and every other thing, I will have from $9.50, I will have $2. This will be the business. So there you have it. I appreciate your support very, very much. So now, when you know about the book, I want to tell you what has been happening with me and then in Poland while I was traveling and trying to ground myself. And I think what we might do for that, I might move to a different place over there, maybe in a second, because it's still quite nice here and private. So I know that many of you follow me here. Thank you, Daniela, so much. Really, thank you for your support. I see all your support and your stickers and your donations, and you're on my Patreon. I really appreciate it very, very much. So let me tell you, when I was in Kraków, right, many of you are like wondering why I'm so long in Poland in consideration of the current shenanigans going on, as they always do, right? Well, the main reason was because I decided that if I want to get the visa to come back to Russia again, the best way for me would be to do it from Poland, you know, to send my passport and just wait there. because if anything, I can always get temporary passports, so it will be easier, the procedure and things. And actually, I went through very same process that I have done before, because I still believe that, in my opinion, might be wrong, that if I go through the agency, it just helps me with saving my energy and not going through the hassle maybe of other things. They take care of everything. So I use the same agency that I used prior last year in October, actually November, after October, November and December I was in Moscow. The process of waiting for that visa was not long. Actually, it was about 2 weeks. However, me getting to Poland and sending that application and then receiving back passport with visa already in it, it took some time. So I'm not reading your comments, guys, now. I'm just like flowing with what I want to say, and then I will scroll through your comments. But what I would like to tell you is this. I spent in Krakow 1 month, and it gave me, to some extent, quite good perspective and perception of how is the energy, how people are feeling. Actually, it wasn't bad, to be honest. However, there were a few moments that kind of set me off, including the parade thing that you saw. But where I'm going with this is that I got this visa, but I didn't really know if it will take 2 weeks. So I booked this ticket with flight ticket to Moscow with a hope that I will actually go, like I will manifest. I put it out into universe. I said, all right, God, I want to fly on the 30th, sorry, on the 29th. I want to fly out, if we calculate 2 weeks wait, on the 29th, which is Monday, last month of May here. So I bought the ticket because the price was not crazy. I flew Turkish Airlines, and I will tell you guys, listen to this, what's going on, this absolute BS, okay? So visa came, perfect timing on Friday, but I had to stay a weekend in Krakow because Monday was the flight. I said, the worst case, I just changed the flight because I booked this option that you can change it. So listen to this, we have sanctions, right? You cannot fly to Moscow direct, but what a joke. You actually fly from Poland. You fly from Poland, from Krakow. I think it's the same with Warsaw. You just fly Turkish Airlines. You fly Turkish Airlines, you go through Istanbul, and you end up in Moscow. And when you check in your luggage, they know that your luggage is going to Moscow. What sense, right? What sense does this all make? And it has been going on, long time already, we know it, but to the very last moment, I wasn't sure if they even allow me from Poland to send my luggage to Moscow, because you get this paranoia, you get to the point when you get paranoia about, like, are they even gonna do this? So anyway, I came here on Tuesday, yesterday. Was it yesterday? I'm losing track. No, 2 days ago. I came here on Tuesday, 5 a.m. I landed, and I went through the immigration, through the, passport control. Besides, hello, I had no other question. It's surreal. There was no question at all about the hotel, about the apartment if I'm renting a place, about location, zero. I just gave my passport. The lady, she was the officer. She looked into it. She looked into visa. She put some notes. She printed out this card of the visiting, tourist card that you get while you stay here, which you receive. There was not a single question. It was hello and spasiba and do svidania, and that's it. When I was flying here twice before, there was a form that they were asking me to fill it up with the address, with the date, Even the question with the Schmovit thing, there was no form on the plane. And I was wondering to the very last moment, are they going to give me some piece of paper to fill it up and give it to the immigration officers? Zero. So all I had was actually my passport, my visa, and myself. That's it. So I arrived, and I really don't talk about this much because I know some people have problem when I become too personal, but at the end of the day, it is my channel. And sometimes I think maybe when I share emotional states that I'm going through and my life journey also, not just politics and not just the informations, someone will find some benefit in it. Someone will say, you know, actually, this is exactly what I needed to hear today. Because we are, at the end of the day, human beings. And if we don't strengthen our spirit, it doesn't matter what the amount of news you consume, it's not going to help you to go through these times. And you know this, guys. Only God, your spirit, your state of mind, and your health will help you to go through, and your faith will help you to go through this. And fate, how you define fate is different for everyone, but I actually went into depression the last, not full days, but when I arrived, I started to feel depressed. It wasn't like severe depression. Ironically, I just self-published the book about someone who was dealing with this through most of his life, right? Van Gogh was dealing with depression. Many of you maybe don't know, but some of you do. And art was his form of rescue from that state. So he kept on creating. Same with Hemingway, actually, but I'm sidetracking as always. I went really down. Like when I landed here, even though everyone would be like, are you crazy? You're in Russia, you're in Moscow. Oh my God, you got visa. Yes, all of this. But I think what happened to me, and I'm okay now, my brain and my emotional body and my emotional state got overwhelmed. Not physical, because I was kind of resting in Krakow. I think because I am traveling alone, and today is actually 1 year, sorry, half a year from the moment I left. I sold the apartment and I left Poland, and I've been on the constant go. And sometimes I don't know where I will be going, and you have to arrange things. So you might think that when I arrived here, I was like, yeah, hurrah, right? I'm here. Not at all, actually. I really felt very bad. I didn't want to even leave my room, but I left my room and I was walking around and, you know, go eat. But I was not happy. My first day was very difficult for me, very emotionally drained. And I knew that I cannot stay in the state of mind like this. I had to pull myself out of it. Like I have to trigger it with something to break that, because it would be very dangerous, especially, you know, when I'm by myself, right? In another country, and supportive country, I want to emphasize, but it's not good. It was a difficult moment for me, you know, and literally yesterday morning, late morning, I had a shift. I was meditating, I was praying, I was listening to certain things and certain people that completely don't talk about any news and any politics, and that helped me to move my focus and my attention on something that is not low vibrational and draining, but something that has higher energy and can help me focus on the future. And I know that maybe you came here to this live just to listen about politics, and I will give you some of my commentary about what's going on in Poland, because yes, I know what's going on to, of course, not everything, but a lot of things I'm updated with. And I will read you some details in a second, but I want to emphasize on this because I know I'm not the only one, and many people are going through those emotional states, and it's not easy. And in my case, it's because I don't really have any support as far as emotional support or any other really. So all I have is God, my guardian angel and the spirits around me and the people I meet who help me along the way. And I'm not trying to make myself a victim or anything like this. What I'm trying to tell you is that it can be difficult, but I also know that there are people who are in relationships or have families and they have children and they have even some wealth or prosperity and home and whatever it is for them and successful businesses, but they can still go through those mental states like this. So our mental state is immensely important, and none of this will make any sense if we are not mentally okay, if we are not healthy, not just physically, okay, but mentally. Because I believe that really your mind does the miracles. You can heal your body with your mind, from your mind. So I wanted to say it. I know this is maybe not the topic I discuss on this channel, but what's going on in the world right now can really make people go crazy. It didn't make me, thank you so much. It didn't lover of the Russian team. It didn't make me go crazy, but reporting on all of those things really brings my energy down, because sometimes I feel like I would like to just dive deeper into the laws of the universe and talk about God and how powerful we are and how we create and art and travel. But then I report on those things because I feel like you're expecting me to some extent to do it. And I kind of feel like I'm all right doing this, because who else really gives you more detailed information from Poland? I don't tell you international news. I don't go through many countries' news. I just go through Poland's news, and not many, maybe 2 or 3 things that I deliver. But still, is the topic, is those beings that are involved in it, is their energy you're tapping into the shenanigans frequency, right? So anyway, I am in Moscow. I don't know what you see because I don't have this option, guys. Wait. We're gonna walk maybe a little bit through this park, but I don't know the name of the park. And who's this man? I don't know. I have to read. I didn't come closer. Faxmaninov. Faxmaninov. Sorry. Извините, пожалуйста, я не знаю, кто это. Okay, I will find out. It's beautiful weather. It was raining yesterday, but who cares? It's beautiful. I am just settling a little bit, grounding myself after this trip. But yesterday I broke another. I came out of my comfort zone and I went to the party. I got an invitation to a very cool place. I was invited to the opening of this Taras in one of the best hotels here in Moscow. And I went there to participate. And I don't really go out. My goodness, if I will really have to think hard, when was the last time I went out? Like, I wasn't dancing really yesterday, but like out, that you like dress up and you go out like high heels and things, which I used to do before, or I used to have more like social life. But for many, many years, I have not been doing this. And I kind of like forgot that side of me that is that playful, that is that open to new people and new experiences like that. And this was not like Vegas style, guys. Many of you don't know, I lived in Las Vegas for like almost 8 years. And I was working for those fashion brands that many people are dreaming about, but they don't really know how it is behind the scenes. So you can read about it in my book. My first novel gives you the full story until a certain point of my life. So I went to that party and I stood at this, on the top of the Taras, right? Open Taras. And I look at Moscow, an incredible view. And I said, shit, I did it again. I look at this night sky of Moscow and I said, oh my God, I'm here. I remember when I was in Krakow and I wasn't sure if they even gonna give the visas to people who apply because they complicated those relationships so much now that you don't know, you really don't know, you know, you're coming from the place of they have some kind of power to decide if you can or you cannot. But I got it. And I know, guys, like I know this is God's work. This is what God is doing in my life. And there were so many miracles. This to me is like another miracle. To some people, maybe it's not. To me, in a way, it is, because the doors just open. It's beautiful. It moves you, you know, because you realize that there is some greater power who is really watching over you, you know. And I have to remind this myself, like there is this power that loves you always, unconditionally. So maybe now I should talk about the news, so I will stop getting emotional. And then probably when I get back to the place where I'm staying, I can read your comments, because now I will be distracted. But let me see if I can find, you know, the thing is, I don't want to sit and read the news from Poland when people are next to me, because even yesterday, some people were asking me, guys, can I just tell you, this was very awkward for me, because they asked me where I'm from. And I was hesitating for a moment to say where I'm from, because of how the government is running this shit show. But I said where I'm from, and I said, you know, I am from this place that has one of the most effed up governments. I said it. So let's talk about the stuff that's going on in Poland. I have some details here. Thank you, by the way, for joining me, everyone. Okay, a little bit free flow and then some details. So when I was traveling, Duda, Polish president, announced that very stupid, really stupid, draconian law. And at first, before I go into the things that you probably already know, but I really want to specify few key points in this law. At first I thought, oh my goodness, this is like, you know, joke, or this is heavy stuff, this is dangerous, this and that. But then the more I look at it, the more I thought about it. And again, actually this morning when I was like putting makeup on, I listened to Maciej Maciek. I usually listen to him when I put my makeup on in the morning. And he said something that I felt myself too instinctively. Because we know, guys, this is political game. They have election coming, like I told you, November. So now they are trying to do everything they can to get, how you say this in English? In Polish we say electorate, maybe I mispronounced, but you know what I mean. They want to get the voters. They really want to get the voters. And believe me or not, you might not believe me, there is I think there is more than 30% of Polish population that actually wants to have good relationships with Russia. I believe it's more, okay? But let's say from the research that's been done, around 30% want to have healthy relationship with neighbors, including Russia, with Russia as well. And now they are trying to do everything to silence, or kind of maybe not, well, it looks like silence, but they want to terrify. They use the same tactic of fear to bring that fear into people, so people will be like, oh my god, this new law came out, now I have to zip it, now I cannot say what I think. now this, now that, like my life is over and it's like, you know, robotic and freaking zombie land, and that's how you're gonna live your life. So this is, first of all, strictly political move. That will, in my opinion, not really last. They might, I think, they might have some situations, just to use it as an example, but overall, this is not gonna fly. It will crash like there is no tomorrow. Even though he signed it and all of it, guys, it's not gonna last. The opposition from other countries, including US. By the way, I'm not buying this US BS. Like they are like, oh, how Poland can do it. Meanwhile, they are involved in most of the things that are happening in Poland, in my opinion. So don't BS me now, like you are so against this, like breaking the laws and constitution and stuff. But let's go into details because I'm rambling, free flowing, but I think it's important. So long story short, what I want to tell you, this looks like they might go after influencers, YouTubers, whoever is like in this topic. But keep in mind, first and foremost, this is to bring more voters to the point when they will be afraid and they will choose not to vote for certain different parties. That's what it is. It's not gonna work. So I don't want to give you an impression that it's not important. It is important, but at the same time, all they want to terrify people. And this is the same tactic that has been used for centuries. It's just a different form of it. And if we give in into this, they are winning again. So, Duda signed the law on the special commission to investigate Russian influence, and it came into force. It's called, that law is called Lux Tusk, Tusk, they say. Tusk is the last name of one of the leaders. Doesn't matter the name at this point. What matters is what this law is about, and it is about establishing the State Commission for the investigation of Russian influence on the internal security of the Republic of Poland in the years of 2007, 2022. The appointment of this commission, which is to function on principles similar to the functioning of the verification commission for Warsaw reprivatization. Anyway, let me tell you what it really is about. First thing, this commission will have investigative powers, prosecutional powers, judicial powers, and can ultimately deprive a given person of the right to perform public functions related to the management of public funds for up to 10 years. It can deprive someone of the attribute of impeccable character required from the judges. It can request all the documents from all institutions, including court files or sensitive data. If someone fails to appear before this commission the first time, they will face a fine up to 20,000 zloty, which is around $5,000, and the second time up to 50,000 zloty, which is around a little bit over $10,000. All findings by the commission will be classified, although its meetings will be already public. So whatever they find, it's classified. It's ridiculous because they are pulling out the documents that have been public or whatever, and then they classify what they find, and then whatever they are doing is public. So Muppet Show. Then the committee might summon anyone. Now, the committee is 9 members who will be appointed and dismissed by Sejm, which is Polish parliament, from the MPs. So 9 MPs from Sejm will be part of this commission, and the opposition already announced that it will not take any part in this work. The commission will be able to exempt witnesses testifying before it from the state secrecy. So for example, like you're a doctor and you have this secret of medicine, right? Like a doctor, you have a secret, like lawyer, you have secrets. So you will have to reveal all those secrets, but there is one person, one profession, maybe I should say, there will be an exemption. So exception is the priest, because priests will be able to cover themselves with the secret of confession. Now, this is, if you just hear it, it's like, you're like, really? Are you for real? All members of the committee, all members of the committee will not bear any responsibility for their actions within it. They will be completely unpunished. So do not touch the commission people. So 9 people can't touch this. Can't touch this. And the act on the establishment of the committee violates several, if not more than a dozen provisions of the Constitution, EU law, and international law. So there you have this. And now I want to read you what I just found, how Duda responded to United States pretending like it's shocked. Like US is shocked, and how Poland can give me a break. Who gave the idea? I wonder. Maybe the 3 letters, right? Okay, I read you what Duda said. Duda said, I don't quite understand the reaction of our allies. I don't know if they are deceived by opposition politicians or by mistake in translating the law. Or someone just didn't explain it, said Duda. Ay boy. In this way, he referred to critical reactions from the US and the EU, which expressed fears that the Commission would be used to fight, to fight opposition politicians before the elections. So there you have it. I have few more news for you, but I don't feel like doing this today. I will just record this in another video, guys. And yeah, what I will be doing with you, let me just sidetrack for a moment before I go back to this. I might do similar way as I was doing before. So I will be showing you Moscow now during a different season of the year. And I will be attaching the clips with news and the views. So I need to balance this more than you can imagine. So I believe that you also need to balance things. Need to balance a lot of things. So I hope I can bring you some beauty from the place where I am. And like Dostoevsky said, I'm just paraphrasing because I don't think this was exact quote, that beauty will save the world. So I believe in it. Beauty will save the world. By the way, please follow me on Instagram, because those of you who do, you are up to date with what I am, and you see more places there as well. So this is the news, guys. They are starting to get, heavy and very, very nasty, like in every country before they have those campaign, before they have the elections, and it's getting, they throw the mud on one another, and it's just typical game. It's like smoking mirrors again, the same show over and over again. Okay, I will end this live here. Let me see how long I've been going. Maybe take a little walk before we end so you can see something. Just have to get my stuff. And yeah, this was the first live I actually did on my phone. I hope it turned out all right. You didn't suffer through this process. Let's see, where are we going, everyone? Where shall we go? But I cannot read your news, so I don't know. When I get back to the place where I am, I will read it. Let's see who is this guy. You can type in the comments down below, or I have to check it out later. Let's go this way. Yeah, so the weather is beautiful. It's around 22, I think, around 22 degrees Celsius. I don't know in Fahrenheit, but it's beautiful. People look nice. This way. And that's about it. Might do some exploring today. My book for children that has been just published. Like I say, I will be mentioning this book a lot because this is my work and this is how I support myself. So if you want to contribute and spend around $10, the link is down below this video. You can purchase it. When the ebook is ready, I will announce it as well. I have to talk to the lady who does my website, and she will add this one to my website as well, because the other two books are already there. So like I said before, this will be book number 3. And what else? Well, it was probably the easiest entry. Yeah, this was the easiest entry as far as the check that I had coming to Russia. So my third time was literally, like I told you, the easiest. Just hello, look at the passport. She gave me the cards, and that's it. All right, guys, I think I will end this live here. Thank you for being with me today, and I will see you tomorrow in another video. It will be recorded video this time. And just like I said, don't get aggravated that I will be mentioning my products, my books a lot, especially this month and following month as well. But I have a new book and it's something to celebrate. And I haven't really celebrated, although this party yesterday, I had 2 glasses of champagne. So maybe one was for the book. I show you some flowers before we end. And lots of love, everyone. I see you tomorrow in another video. That's it. Bye, guys.